Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another WABA IG Live conversation. I am your lovely host, Helen Bohanna, where she knows her sports. And guess what? It's Motivation Monday. And on today's conversation, we have none other than Mr. Paul Showtime Gaffney himself. He is the owner of one of the WABA's newest teams, the Tennessee Conductors. But we'll get to him in just a moment. Let me go ahead and do my brief introduction to make sure everybody is still on the same page and updated so we can carry on with this convo. The WABA, of course, for those of you who do know and would like to know, is a professional women's basketball league who extends their platform to female basketball players worldwide, either post-college or at least 18 years of age with great talent. This gives these young ladies the opportunity to still live out their dreams and playing in the WNBA or either signing a contract to go play overseas. So therefore, this is the League of Opportunity, but not only for female basketball players, it's the League of Opportunity for coaches, assistant coaches. It's the League of Opportunity for partnerships. It is the League of Opportunity for media partners. Hey, me, myself. It is the League of Opportunities for those who have a sports brand and would like to get it out there on the market. And definitely the League of Opportunity for those of you who would like to own a women's basketball team one day. Although the league expansion did close on April the 30th, you will still have an opportunity to reach out to CEO Marsha Blunt of the WABA before next season. So, hey, still keep that in mind. Please be sure to visit the website at www.womensaba.com. On there, you will find the latest updates, the team tryouts, WABA Cares, what's going on around in the community, etc. But also, not only that, they are made up of 40 teams, you guys. 40 teams within a 3-year time span. Well, 40 plus teams, excuse me, including Tijuana, Mexico. So the new season kickoff July the 24th. So we have a little over 2 months. I'm excited, as you should get excited, because, hey, I highly suggest catch one of these games, okay? Catch one of these games and you'll be glad that you did. So let's get back to the conversation. It looks like our guest has tuned in. Hey, everybody. Thank you. So let's get Mr. Garnett in here. We can get to know who he is. There you go.
I can barely hear you. Is it me? I guess.
Yeah, I think it's you because I can hear you.
Well, it's gonna be quiet enough in here that I can be able to hear you well.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing today? You sounding
Doing
good. Got
well.
the reports out. I hear you. Doing it
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. I told you let me go ahead and get the brief introduction and before we get you on there, and I see, look at you. You said everything that I informed you to do.
Hey,
And it
hey,
worked
I
out
listen
it
well.
worked out perfectly. The W Yeah, the WABA said hi, Paul. Everybody coming on, tuning in, telling you hello.
Well, that's good. I need to find. I must be something going.
All right, let's give him a second.
I'm not hearing
Is your volume cut up?
my volume is all the way up. I'm always
All right, all right.
turned
Well, I
up.
mean, I'm hearing you perfectly. I'm hearing you perfectly. So
I don't know what it is. That's all right. I
it
tune in.
it might, you know what? I'm
I
gonna
don't have.
speak loud enough so you can hear me. Okay? How about that?
I don't know what's going on with it, so I did all I could do, so I'm with it.
All right. You know what? We can hear you. You're good.
Okay,
Just
that's
know that.
good. That's
Thumbs
good.
up. All right. So go ahead to get this conversation started.
Let's get it right.
Introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Paul Gaffney. I'm better known as Showtime. I played 15 years with the Harlem Globetrotters. I traveled to over 93 countries. Been around the world completely 3 times. I've been on every show from Oprah to people of the South and South Africa to, hey, to now I'm here. She knows sports, so it's getting better and better every day.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for the
Always.
acknowledgement. So you are a former Harlem Globetrotter. When I saw that, I was just like, wow, you never know who is connected with the WABA and who I would get to interview on this platform. So how did you come to play on that team?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but being coming out of college as an All-American, and was in Tennessee Wesleyan University, went to Houston
Mm-hmm.
where my agent was at. Um, Long story short, playing in the summer leagues where Kim Olajuwon. I know I'm going back a little bit. I might look young, but I'm not that young. But so going playing with the Kim Olajuwon, Kenny Smith, everybody, during the summertime. Anthony Hardaway, everybody played in the summer leagues in Houston during that time.
Mm.
So the coach from the Globetrotters and another player that used to play, because all the people that was going pro or playing overseas, playing pro overseas, or
Mm-hmm.
playing anywhere that was getting paid to play, that they came to play because it's about the game of basketball at the time. So I was going to the Seattle SuperSonics as a free agent. See, that really dates you there, because most people that's listening don't even know what the SuperSonics were or who
No,
they
that has Sean Kemp on it.
were. Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah. So
so yeah, so back then, but I got hurt. I hurt my ankle, and then during the time of rehab, um, the Globetrotters, they were like, "Well, why don't you come out and come to our camp, and then if you like it, you know, if you make it, you stay, and so forth." Went out there, I was like, "Well, I can't spin the ball on my finger or anything of that nature." They were like, "Oh no, we just want to see the ball go through the hole," and that's one thing that was a wide up, because you see the tricks, or the, as I said, the ball handling, and fun and laughter, but everybody was on the team was college All Americans, Towson at college, or coming from different professional leagues to play with the Globetrotters, and so for the first week and a half we played. I was like, "Where's the tricks? I don't see any tricks yet. What we doing?" And it's, it was like 6 spots, and it was like 50 guys that was out there at the time. And so one thing that the Globetrotters look for is really, can you play basketball? And that's what the only thing is playing. Can you play? Because you can spin a ball on your finger all you want, but the ball got to go through the hole.
mhm.
And so the second thing was, if it's between two athletes at the time, it's like, what kind of personality that person has. Because we can't have nobody kicking the Pope or choking President Mandela. So you have to have somebody that has a little bit of character to be out there to be able to go to
Exactly.
different things. So from that standpoint, then the third thing is, what do you bring special to the Globetrotters? Or, and that's with anything. It's like what you bring is special to the WABA. And so the thing is, we had guys that was like Michael Wilson is in the Guinness Book of World Records for dunking 12-1. We got guys, Herb Lang, different people that would just, they jump so high they get freaking flyer miles when they came down. So those things, is just what you brought special to the Globetrotters. And so, thank God that I was able to showcase in all three areas and had a long career there.
Okay. So did you eventually learn how to do the tricks? And if
Yeah,
so,
just a little bit, just a little bit.
who taught you though? Who taught you how
Well,
to do the tricks?
you learn, it's a lot of broken lamps in the hotel rooms and things of that nature that happen. So, they can't sue me now. It's too late. So no, you learn, things, and it's talent, it's a routine. That ball been with most of everybody since they were 6, 7 years old. I tell them it's a different thing. You really kind of married to the basketball.
Yeah.
Even my wife say, she knows she's second. And I just, no. Yeah, I'm second. Like, yeah. I mean, because when you finally retire, that's why you see a
Hmm.
lot of guys most of the time, if either they get really, really skinny or they gain weight after they retire, because it's the difference of training for the next year, all your life. I mean, from 8th grade, you trained, you played because the next year, the next time, everything's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
everything coming up. But when you retire, or, you know, you leave the game, it's like a divorce. I mean, it's nothing special, nothing better than having that ball in your hand. It don't talk back. It do what you ask it to do.
And do it.
And you know, if you say dribble, it dribble. If you say throw it, throw me, you throw it. You know, so you ain't hear nothing. Oh no, I don't want to do that today. No, it sleep with you. It don't snore. It don't do none of those things. So it's really a divorce when you happen, and this is why I tell a lot of young guys now. You know, once you retire, once you get prepared for it, you know, once once you leave the game, be able to prepare to be gone or do nothing for at least 3 to 6 months, just to kind of get that out your system. Because when you don't hear that crowd anymore, and that stimulus that you have is
Mm-hmm.
gone. You know, you try to
Yeah.
find the next best thing, and instead of really hearing what God has for you, and you know, and having that pace. So if you start early, even the first day you sign, just start preparing. You know, just
Mm-hmm.
not as much that it takes away from your game, but prepare for what you're going to do afterwards. And so, and again, you know, not only the team, though, you know, we have a school here and all the things that we're preparing here. That is a sports school that we have started here. That is the most innovative college preparatory school for sports
Okay.
enthusiasts, that deals with the careers in sports, like sports medicine, sports marketing, sports communication, sports nutrition, everything that, you know, society doesn't show you what sports is about. And
Mm-hmm.
so with that, we are able to, you know, get kids from around the world, not only, you know, top athletes, but people that, as we call our students, sports enthusiasts, because they have a love and desire to be in the sports world. We want to teach them that it's more
Exactly.
than sports, than just bouncing the ball or, you know, hitting a home run. That, you know, once it's over, if that's what you choose to do, then once it's over, you know that there's other careers that you can get into
Yeah,
that is still in the sports
within
world.
the industry. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, even if you decide not to even go to that next level, that you always can be in something that you love to do, and use your talents to achieve that.
Okay. Yes, because actually, I'm doing the same. I have a client. They're actually in operation to assist student athletes in inner cities, but
Hmm.
they assist them through finances, housing if they're on the brink of homelessness, education service, nutrition, and mentorship. But it's not just for those students who want to play sports. I mean, not everybody, once they finish high school or go into college, not everybody want to be an athlete. But
Right.
we also want to show them that there's other avenues in the sports
Oh
industry,
man.
such
Yeah.
as being a sports agent, a coach, a team owner, a
A
trainer,
team doctor.
exactly,
Yeah.
etc.
All of,
So
that's a whole
yeah,
lot. A matter of fact, you know, we try to teach you that, you know, whatever your talent is, if you love to cook, be a sports nutritionist. Be out
there
there
it
cooking,
is,
cook for everybody,
nutrition,
cook for all of them. You still
because it's definitely
You
a
know,
big part of an athletic
oh
journey.
my
You have to
God,
eat the right
yes.
food. So
So, you know, my thing is, you know, and I will take LeBron since he's the biggest star so much on the planet right now. Is when you see him
mhm.
on TV, they don't understand that somebody produced it, somebody wrote it, somebody directed it, somebody put makeup on him, somebody cut his hair, you know, somebody made his clothes. All of those things are still connected to the world of sports. So don't narrow your mind to just seeing him shooting and dunking and being dominant as he is. Look at other stuff that's going on.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Yeah.
anyway, back to the
No, no, no,
WABA,
no, no, no.
baby.
We can keep. No, I was just reading that. Women's ABA says South. I mean, so much knowledge. That's what they meant to say. So yeah. So we love all the gems that you're giving. That's the purpose of this platform. So grateful for
I
all of that.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So I mean, just I have to ask this question. To
Go ahead.
revert back to it. Can you still do those tricks today?
Oh, I handle basketball like a bamboo handles a coconut, baby.
Okay, okay. So you ain't lose it. That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
no,
So
no. You
we're
can't, you
gonna have
can't,
to.
you can't lose nothing that you got, baby. You can't lose it.
Yeah, you
Can't
can't.
lose it.
That's you're right though. You're right about that. So let's rewind back before your Harlem Globetrotter days.
Okay.
How long have you been playing basketball as a whole?
Oh wow. I've been playing really since I was about 6 years old. And it's a funny story about that is that I first learned how to play basketball through like it was my aunt, but she's like my mom. And she was like 15 years old. She was 15, 16. I was a little younger than that. But the guy was trying to date her that was a basketball player, high school star, and he was trying to date her, but he knew to go through me to get to her. So he
Oh,
took me
okay.
out to the court. Theirs didn't last, but what he planned it last for a long time. So, and then also when I was probably in my sixth, seventh grade, it was a girl named Margaret Harris that went to Oral Roberts. She went to Oral Roberts. And she was a little older than me, and a lot older than me. And I asked her. We were on the park, and I said, "What's a guard? What's a forward? What do they mean?" And I was young. I didn't know what all those positions was, and she taught. We played, and so I was taught by a young lady also. So being an owner of the WABA in the women's league it's always been something special to me to watch women play, because if you want to know real fundamentals and watch how the game should be played, you watch women's sports. You definitely watch it because you know on the men's side we can overcompensate a lot. We could overcompensate a lot with just the jumping ability that they have now. The women got a lot of the women now dunking and doing some things also. I mean, it's
Exactly.
evolved, but it's still the ground roots of basketball: passing, cutting, footwork. Making good plays and shooting the ball. They have great techniques, great fundamentals that anybody that's want to learn the game of basketball, you watch these professional women play, and you can learn so much more than what you can by watching highlights of a dunk contest.
Man, I pray and hope that I mean people watch the replays, but of these interviews. But oh my God, like thank you, like just for the support of
No,
of
this is real.
women
I mean,
of women basketball, like because it's like to this day it's like they still have to break down these barriers to make their mark and blaze these trails and say, hey, this is me, this is my talent, this is who I am, and I don't understand why it's so hard because they're women. So
I don't
but
know.
but
I
a
don't know.
lot of
I
people
think because
a lot of
like I
people are
said, I love
starting
it.
to they starting to show more support now. Like you see with the
Oh yeah.
NCAA, all of these popular gyms and other pro basketball players and celebrities. They was like, okay, you do the men's gym and provide them with all of that and the great food, but you want to do the women like that. Like a lot of people came together and made sure that those young ladies had the proper gym and better food that they were eating during the NCAA Sweet 16 and Final Four. So
And
yeah,
that's kind of that's first of all, it's wrong in all regards, because the women's game bringing as much money more in doing those tournaments as the men, if they looking at it on the
yep,
financial side. And then being in
yep,
Texas, we eat in Texas, baby. We eat all the time.
yeah.
We eat good. And so for them not to have the right foods and the nutrition in Texas, that's a slap on Texas first. Then it's, well, not first. Second, it's a slap on the NCAA for
NCAA.
to be able to do the women of that nature. Because I mean, if you watch those games, they were exciting. Every last one of
They
them was
was.
exciting.
Oh my God. I was just
Yeah.
I know like my neighbors, they probably thought I was crazy because I was just yelling and screaming and jumping. So oh yeah. And then actually the WABA draft this year was the most watched.
Yeah, it was correct. I
One of
mean,
the
sometimes, they say sometimes the bad news like that, or the bad things that happen, brings in more viewers. like when them not eating that way and it got publicized that way, people really start tuning in a little bit more and saying why. And for the draft to be watched so well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
great. I mean, some beautiful women out there, they doing a great job. I mean, on and off the court, making big moves. I mean, it's just exciting to see. Again, not only my first person that taught me how to my first girlfriend was a basketball player too, and my sisters then. So it used to they used to get it
So you
in,
was just
but when they
surrounded
came out that
by it.
locker room, though, it's like, my God, what happened? So to have that, to see them to play like that, then come out looking that well. Oh my God, we most definitely. So I mean, I'm really a fan. I'm really a fan. I really enjoy the women's game. Um, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. I'm so excited to be a part of
Yes.
the WABA. I mean, they got a lot of great things going on, and
I
hopefully we can
know.
grow for many years here with the
Oh
ABA.
yeah. I mean, with over 40 teams within 3 years, I mean that's big. That goes to
That
show.
is big.
Like
That is big.
like
And
it goes to show
she's
where
doing a
this
great
league
job.
is going.
Yeah,
So oh
doing
yeah.
a great job. I think that it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a hot summer. I'll put it that way. It's going to
It
be a hot
is. It's
summer.
gonna be a sizzling summer. I can't wait. I can't wait. So what else have you done in your career? Have you, besides play, have you coached?
I coached a little bit. I coached middle school. I coached, I think, like 6 years, and I had one losing season. Went undefeated a couple of times. I never not went to the Final Four of the middle school and stuff, and not winning something except for one time. And I hate to say that one. I had to have one out of that. But other than that, working on the school. When they got the vision for the school, I got the vision for the school in '99. I just woke up and said, God, what did you talk about? Sports and education. And so during this whole year, so it took basically 20 years for this to manifest into what other people can see it. But it's just
Mm-hmm.
so much stuff to it. So during that time, it's just really had a restaurant in Hollywood. I always say it was a bad idea, but it was a great idea, but the wrong timing. It was during
Yeah.
2008 to 2010, and we had that big crash, and it felt like somebody just cut a hole in my pocket, and just everything just started rushing out. I had to grab it. I had to take my pants off. It was running out of my pocket so much.
Wow.
But
So
no, I mean, other than that, really just creating something that is unique and innovative, and something that helps the next generation. Because no matter what you do, what business you're in, it has to help the next generation. You
exactly.
worry,
It
if
has
you go
to.
out, that's why when people go out there for money, money will come for your true desires and your true passion. And when you're helping out someone else, even if it's a school, even if it's, what you're doing, and broadcasting, because there's other people watching you right now saying, man, I would love to do that. I would love how to do that. So you're going to help so many other people. And it's not all about money all the time. Yes, do you need to eat? Yes, you need to have money. Money will flow. Money will go. Money come. It's not a
Yes.
shortage of money. It's definitely not a shortage of money. That's why you don't even need to hate on the next person that's doing something that's similar to you.
Exactly.
Just,
It's
hey,
enough out
it's
here for everybody.
it is. So, the more that you focus on somebody else, the less that you focus on what you're supposed to do. So
And
do
your
what you're
plate will
supposed
get
to do.
cold, look worried about what's on somebody else's. So
Yeah. You got to have them blinders on like the Kentucky Derby. You got to be like this.
yes, you gotta have that tunnel vision. And
Yes, most
speaking of the
definitely.
Derby, you see the Breonna Taylor horse won.
Well, I'm from Kentucky originally now. I'm from Kentucky
Oh,
originally.
okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm a thoroughbred first. Then I moved to Texas and
Okay.
came a little more. So, anything that's big, anything, that's me, baby. That's me.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. Hey, speak it, okay?
Yes.
Let us know who you are. Showtime. It's showtime. So when did you know that one day that you would like to own a team? So when did that come about in your career?
Let me tell you how valuable your words and your true desires are. I was probably about 13, 12, anywhere from 20 to 13 years old. And I remember I was
Mm-hmm.
being out in the park and I said, man, I love to be a professional athlete. And I said, I really want to be, and I'm talking just like this. I said, I want to be 6'9". I want to handle. I said, well, 6'9". Then I wasn't thinking, but I
Mm-hmm.
said, 6'6" would be great. I can be, I can handle the ball. I can still do that. But I really would like to be on a professional team that can, be overseas a little bit and be on the States a little bit. And then I want to be a businessman, and this is what I said. And it came back to me. I said, oh, wow. And so it happened as the years went by, speaking it. I was just speaking it. I came 6'6" and a half, and I was like, God dog, I should stay 6'9". I should have kept my word. But
Hey, you know
that
what? God
happened.
said, "Well, you
I went
change it."
overseas. I mean, right. I should have changed it when we was talking. I remember when I said it, and he like brought it to my memory too. So when I said, playing with the Globetrotters, I had the best of both worlds. I went to 93 countries. I played in every state of the United States, Puerto Rico, all of them. I did all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And also now being in business into something that I love to do to help out the next generation. So, I mean, I can't complain, even though sometimes it's tough and sometimes it's, um, you want to throw in a towel and just say, man, just did I do the right thing in this part? Then
Yep.
something happens, and then you see your beautiful smiling face, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's time to continue going. It's time,
Yep.
to help out because it's somebody down there. It's another little Paul down there that needs it from the coal mines of Kentucky. Say, hey, I want to be like him because Magic Johnson was my idol. He's still my idol. Knowing him, meeting him, all that kind of stuff. He was my idol. I sent him. He was my first game I ever watched completely was the national game when him and Larry Bird played. I was probably like 13 years old. I remember I was 13 years old on the couch, trying to stay up, trying to watch it. Big eyed, sleeping. But I watched the whole game. But that was my guy because I loved how he loved the game. And,
Mm-hmm.
he loved what he did. And he always brought excitement and happiness to, the game that was a very serious game. But he had flair and he had that, that winning attitude and won. And so, I was always a fan, always a thing. So I want that young Paul that's trying to watch, or that person that's saying, okay, hey, I want to be in that category.
Wow. And that's what it's all about. That's part of our purpose, being here on the
Yeah.
earth is making sure that we create the path for the generations to come after us.
That's
So,
where your legacy comes in at.
yep.
That's where legacy comes. Anybody that got legacy did something to help out so many different people or so many different things. From President Mandela to all these people, even down to your aunts and your uncles and what they've done. And you can talk a game, but your life preaches more than what you'll say. So
Exactly.
if you're
So it's
doing
all
as much
about your
that everybody's watching, people watching, kids watching, and
yes.
they see, okay, if it's true, nobody's perfect out there. Nobody's perfect, and you don't make mistakes. You don't do some things, but the great thing about sports, and we was talking about the other day, the great thing about sports, especially, and I'd say basketball, um, you don't have time to non-forgive. You got to forgive yourself every mistake you make in a split second. You ain't got time to
Yep.
harbor on it, to do it. You
Nope.
missed a shot and did a turnover. Okay, you got to forgive yourself, come back,
And you got to
regroup,
come back to reality. You got to get
come
back
back
on.
again, because you're going to have that same opportunity again in what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing. But it's just the same form of life. If you focus on that mistake, you'll keep mistaking because you focus. That's what you focus on. But once you erase that out your system and keep going, that's why basketball players and athletes are so intelligent and so doggone smart and brilliant. That how they can think so quick
Mm-hmm.
and be so excellent in what they do. That's why they're so admired so much. It's because of the talent level and the mind thought. You they used to talk about, like the ladies talk about, that really bothered me, and I have to say it. Shut up and dribble. That kind of bothered me really bad. But because, first of all, he's a human being just like you that have an opinion. And if he got opinion, he got it. It does the same thing you got opinion in. As my, okay, I hope this don't air bad, but as my dad used to say, just like a butt. Everybody got one. So you got opinion, it's an opinion. So,
Yep.
so why you trying to say he's not smart enough to make an opinion?
Right.
And to talk about stuff, I mean, because he dribbled basketball, I mean, he's not educated enough to do stuff. I mean, look at his record. But that's another story. We'll go somewhere else. Let me come back. Anyway,
I'm about to say because we can talk about
yes.
that.
Anyway, that the that's why basketball guys, anybody, sports people are so looked up to, because how the mind, how quick they read. You got to read people. You got to read situations.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta adjust in so many things so quick,
Yep.
and be able to be excellent in it at the same time. And so, these guys out here, they can say what they want to say, but it's great to see these young athletes, and that's why we're trying to get them the book smart so they could be having that knowledge,
Definitely.
but also
Definitely.
give them the knowledge that they can able to create to their fullest potential. And it is great. These women that's going to be out here playing, with the WABA, is going to be it's just going to be great to see these women playing at the top level, and enjoying the game, and just having fun with it. Because as we know, the last year, life is short. Take advantage of it. Go play. Go have a good time with it. All the rest of
Exactly.
it, you could be going, you can be coughing and be going tomorrow. I mean, have some,
Yep.
just be real with it. So enjoy life, enjoy it, have a good time, make the
Hmm.
best out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So why own a women's team? Why?
Well, I just gave you my first real coach was a woman. Um, and again, the excellence that women um, show when they play in the game. The fundamentals, everything what the game is really about, how to play the game. I mean, there's no other reason why than that. Those really my top two reasons. And they're just so talented. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they
just a
are.
great game to watch.
It really is. So how did the opportunity come about to join the WABA?
Well, it was a group of us in another league, and we were going to play before COVID happened,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a blessing in disguise. Always a no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no for right now, just a halt. And so a group of us stayed together. We talked through the whole thing, and the league didn't do what we thought it was should be able to do. And then we got talked to Marsha, and a lot of the group came over, and it was just a great opportunity for us to come and be a part of something that was great. It was just, the other league wasn't meant to be. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad with that. It's just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant
Oh yeah,
for.
and you know if it was meant to be or not. So
Oh yeah, I mean, everything else has been great on this. Coming to the WABA, um, just spending time and just getting and being a part of something that is historical as this league.
yeah, it's very historical. Like it's like this league never ceases to amaze me. It's like it's just rapidly growing, and all these amazing team owners and players and coaches that I get to interview and getting to know everyone and their background. It's just so amazing. Like this league have no choice but to just have longevity, like for years to come. So
That's right.
yeah,
And we got a
it's
coaches meeting in May, in a couple of weeks,
yeah.
I think.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, next week. Next
Is it
no,
next week?
Is it next week? I think so.
Oh,
Next week.
yes.
Not this
It
weekend.
is
Next
next week.
weekend. Yeah. Are you coming? You'll be
Oh,
there.
I'm already there. I'm already there.
Okay. Okay.
I
You
am
know
there.
it's gonna be a great weekend. Atlanta, boy. It's gonna
Yes,
be
we
something
coming.
to
Matter of fact, I'm
remember.
coming a day early.
Y'all. You coming a day early.
Look,
So
the
so let's
countryness
get
in that one
into it.
early.
Let's get into it. Tell us about the Tennessee Conductors.
Yes.
Tell us about the
I didn't hear
Conductors.
what you say now.
Tell us about the
The
Tennessee
Tennessee
Conductors.
Conductors.
Yep. Tell us about them.
These are some amazing women. We're trying to get them together. We had some top college prospects a year and a half ago that was coming, and it's going to be something to see. It's going to be something to see. We're trying to get them all back together and add to this, and we're going to be ready. We're going to be ready. We're going to be ready to come
Okay.
and show up and show out.
Okay. Well, you
We got
definitely in a
some.
great region. You in the southern region, so you're definitely in a great region. So
Uh, and you know, the Southern region got a lot. You know, Atlanta has a lot of talent down there,
mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
know that's in women's sports, and so it's going to be a tough region. You know, got people that we know from North Carolina and uh, what is Richmond, Virginia. All these people that we know, you know, is from the league that has great talent. It's going to be great talent all the way around. So it's not going to be a night off. I guarantee that it's not going to be a night off. It's going to be talent every time we play. So it's not a night off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So why did you choose that name? Why the Conductors?
Well, I keep going back to our school. Well, our school is called the Railrunners, and
Oh, okay.
our the team is called the Conductors because of here in being basically 30 minutes or so from Chattanooga. You know, it's the Chattanooga Choo Choo, the trains, those things of that nature. So we kept with the theme of the trains,
Oh, okay.
so that's why we conductors. We conducting things, baby. We running it. We run things. That's how
I
what
like that.
conductors do.
I like that. I like that. That's dope. Very creative. Very creative. So I know you just mentioned like you have some great college players and things of that
Mhm.
nature. So is your roster full? Your team and your
Our
staff
roster is
roster?
not full, actually.
Okay.
Actually, we got it, and you know the timing of the season a little bit. A couple of the young ladies that we have that's playing overseas may have to cut their season a little short to come, you know,
Oh,
to
okay.
get ready to go back overseas with this.
Oh, okay.
And so we kind of really kind of we're trying to have like a roster of 12 or 15. We really haven't been out there yet. We're about to start really going out here to this recruitment trail a little bit and see what kind of
Okay.
talent is still out there on the Tennessee, you know, Tennessee side of it, so we could you know, have be very, very competitive in this league in our first year.
Okay, okay. Well, just let us know. We'll be on the lookout if you have any type of announcements of like tryouts coming out, and definitely myself and I'm pretty sure the WABA will be sure to help you promote it to get the word out there to
Appreciate
get you
that.
some more some key players on the team. Are you gonna teach them any tricks? Are you gonna teach them any tricks?
Yeah, teach them how to win. That's all we want to teach them.
I thought I'd ask that. I thought I would ask if you're gonna teach them any tricks during
It just
practice.
all depends on that day. It all depends on that day.
Okay, okay. Well, it's kind of in the air. It's kind of in the air.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of there. Something
okay.
that they could just have some fun with, and but hey, I don't care what they do. Put the ball in the hole and win. That's
Yep.
what
Put
we
the
got to
ball
do.
in the hole. Yep.
Put the ball in the hole. That's it.
And come with good defense because defense wins games.
Definitely, definitely,
So
definitely. Go on, girl.
put the
She
ball
knows
in the
sports.
hole. So with the season starting in July, I know. Uh, so how are you kind of preparing to get yourself out there? Because you're a fairly new team, so
Yes.
people got to get to know about the Tennessee Conductors.
Well, we're going to do some stuff coming up by the end of this week with our Chamber of Commerce. Um,
Okay.
that way, we're going to put up some stuff out with the. We probably have a camp, and then it's a women's pro league. We're dealing with our partner, and kind of I am also with the U.S. Elite Basketball that's having a pro. In fact, I'll send you the information because it would be good for some other teams to come out there and see some girls play in Birmingham. They're having a pro day. What's that? July the 20th. I'll send you the flyer. I'll make sure you
Please
have it.
do, please do,
Yeah.
please do,
And
because
so,
Birmingham is
we're gonna
not
be
that
out there.
far
I
from
shouldn't
me.
have said nothing because folks be out there trying to get the girls when I need the girls. They be trying to take the ones I need, but we ain't gonna have that. We'll make
Nah,
that.
you already know the ones you want, so it's okay. It's okay.
I don't, it's gonna be like one of those open things, and we're gonna go down there and see some girls. But we're gonna have some open gyms up here for the ladies and see what kind of talent they got going on.
Okay.
And just some what we call open runs and stuff so they can be able to come play and see what from Knoxville to Chattanooga to Nashville all the way around, just come on up here and get some run in. Then we'll just pick our 12 from that and go from there.
Okay. Okay. How far is Jackson, Tennessee from you? Do you know?
Jackson, Tennessee is really close to Memphis.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically probably about 4.5 hours from here because
Oh, okay.
Memphis is exactly 5. So it's around about 4 hours because it's about an hour from Memphis. So give and take some time, 4 hours, 5 hours to
Okay.
get to Memphis.
Because it's a community event that's happening in Jackson, and I was just saying that may be like a great opportunity to somehow get the word out about the Tennessee Conductors and
In
with this
Jackson, are
new.
you in Jackson?
No, I'm not in Jackson. I'm in Atlanta, but I have a
That's
client
what I
who is
thought.
from Jackson, Tennessee, and
Uh-huh.
she's a reality TV star. She was on Oprah Winfrey Network, and she's going.
Okay.
That's her hometown of Jackson, and she's going to give
Okay.
back to the community. So, she's been she just went back to her high school. I forgot what the high school was, but she went and talked to the students, and they had her on the news, and she's partnered with a radio station out there, so they can be doing the promotion of the event. But it's Tennessee, so why not spread locally, but
Yeah, yeah,
worldwide? So
yeah.
I
No,
was
no,
just wanting to put that
you
out
know,
there for
it
person.
ain't nothing but to do.
Okay,
It's a little easy
okay,
trip.
okay. So I'll
It's a
once we get
long
the
trip.
flyer, we already got the press release. So once we get the flyer, I'll get that information over to you. So if you have time, come
Truth
on
to
out there and
When is
spread
it?
the word about the June 5th. It's a Saturday.
I don't know. I'll be in Houston that weekend.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
just
I'll be
wanted
in
to throw
Houston
that
that
out there
weekend.
just in case. I just want to, that's
Yeah, I'll
okay.
be in Houston. I'll
It's all
be in
right.
Houston.
It's all right. It's all right. But it's plenty more things coming. So speaking of community, are you connected with your local surrounding community in any way?
Um, I do some things personally. Well, I think we're gonna once we get the girls and stuff here. Well, the young ladies,
Mhm.
excuse me. I think we're gonna do a lot more, and then with the high school, so we're gonna be involved. We kind of new in all those arenas, and just getting to
Yeah.
know some people and getting to know, even though here don't know as much as we should know, and just get to know the people around a lot more, and
Okay.
just go from there. I mean, we got the whole year. We'll be able to do a lot of things, um, and we just want to be a really a truly a blessing to the
Oh
community
yeah.
and all the way around.
Oh yeah, and don't forget, like if you're doing anything, I mean, have anything like major resources, or you doing any type of give backs, get that information over to Marsha, and they'll put it on the website for their WABA Cares uh, portion of the
Okay.
website. For so people can go on there and look at resources that's located in their cities that actually host a WABA team. So
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
We definitely get
So
that done. Definitely.
definitely get that over to her. So how have you been during the pandemic? I mean, we just had a whole year in some change to kind of sit still and you
Right.
know uh, recreate some things. Sometimes you felt like you was going a little crazy, but we're here. We made it.
Hey, praise God. Because I mean,
Yes,
it was really a challenging time. I
it
was
really
super straight
was.
until November. I tell a little bit, I was out for like 3 weeks. I definitely don't want to do that again. I don't want to taste that no more. I mean, that's something that was,
Wow.
yeah, it wasn't nice. And, just to see something, I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything of that nature. Praise God. But, I think for at least 2 weeks, I was up probably 3 hours a day. That was it, and I was sleep the rest of the time. I mean,
Oh
fever breaking
wow.
in and out. So
Yeah.
it was something that I definitely want to experience again. And I know some. I thank God I got some friends that went to the hospital and made it out, and they still have some breathing problems sometimes. But it's more serious than what people really think it is,
Yeah, like
especially now.
people really,
Everybody just Cadillacing along and thinking
yeah,
it's okay to do stuff, because the sun is out. Hey, it's no joke. It's definitely no joke.
yeah.
It's no
I
joke.
had a couple of family members who actually passed away from it. So it's serious.
Yeah.
Like I took it. Like I've been taking it serious. Quarantining.
Right.
I even got my car even looked like a little um first aid kit. I got sanitizer, alcohol spray, uh wipes. I got it all in my car. I got my masks hanging up and Lysol. So even when I'm getting in and out the car, even when I'm in the house, I made sure that I was careful.
Hey, but one thing, and this is funny, that, especially being here in Tennessee, they don't really believe all the way that is real. And so you go to Walmart. Walmart almost made me pull an ACL. Really did. I was getting out the car. You know how you be on the car and you be on the phone and you just talk and you be forgetting. And then I was walking to Walmart, and I looked and I seen those people without masks. I about to turn my ACL trying to get back to the car to get my mask. I was like, man, ain't no fools out here. Nobody. Because, they don't
Exactly.
care about all that.
Yeah, out here in
No.
Atlanta, Atlanta, honestly, it never really shut down. People were still partying. People were still going out to restaurants. People, was just still out and about. And like you just said, like to this day, I be going in like the grocery store, pumping gas or whatever. People just walking around with no mask and not even social distancing. I be like, like it's still out
Mm-mm.
here.
Yeah.
It's still out
So
here.
yeah,
So
no, it can fool you. These people can fool you. And they're taking everybody's taking these. We're taking these. What's it? The shots and stuff. But that's
yeah,
still no prevention. It just
it's
helps
not.
your immune system a little bit better. It's not. It's because they really what they're doing is shooting it back in you to commune to help you stay away from it. I
Yeah.
gotta be in this room, and it's bothering me.
I thought
It's
that
a
you was
wasp.
talking to somebody, but I hope it don't sting you. I hope it don't.
No. Y'all, hey,
But yeah, it's the
y'all see a
buzzing
brother moving
sound,
out of
huh?
here.
It's that buzzing noise, huh? Well, we almost
Yeah,
finished,
and I'm looking
so you
at it.
can
I'm
get it.
like, okay, stay right there.
Yeah,
But
like
I
stay
heard
right there. Well, we
Yeah,
almost
we good.
done. We almost done. So,
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
okay. So, so was the COVID cases high in Tennessee or?
Oh yeah, and it got higher. It went, it was, during the time when we had to stay in, and
Mm-hmm.
then, people here what the problem and, well, I'm just going to get political. What the problem is that we should have just shut down at the beginning. Everybody, it should have been just a mandate to shut down. If
Yeah.
it would have shut down in like 2 or 3 months, we wouldn't be in the panic and situation that we are in now. And then, the former officials was giving it to the state government, the state governors, and then the governors was giving it to the county mayors, and then the county mayors was giving it to the city mayors. But if like here, if Chattanooga shuts down and Cleveland don't shut down, we only 5-10 minutes away from each other. You don't think it's no being mixing? So that
Wow.
doesn't make
You're right.
sense. So,
You're
in
right.
anywhere, instead of just the whole country, like most countries that shut down and just literally shut down are in better shape than we are right now, even with the vaccine. So I think if we would have took the first 2 to 3 months and just shut it down, just shut it
Mm-hmm.
down. I mean, I'm one of them too. I still lost some stuff, but I wouldn't have lost. I don't think we'd have lost as many lives as
Yeah.
we did if we would have just took it as seriously as it was at the beginning. And now we're playing catch up. I mean, it's like being down for 30 points. Now you got to catch up.
Yep.
That's what it is.
It is what it is. So how was you able to like maintain your mental during this whole time? Like you caught the COVID and then, people still wasn't taking it serious, you're quarantining, and then not only that, not only COVID, like all of this recent unjust in the world, like, especially against us as people of color and, the police brutality. So how was your mental during this past year?
I mean, the first thing is that um, what it was bad it was bad that anybody's life was taken. So don't get me wrong on this. The the good part about the shutdown that has happened is when that happened to him in those 9 minutes per se. Not only that we seen it, because we're used to that, and we're
Mm-hmm.
used to not being known or not being out to the masses. But during that time, everybody saw it. The world saw it because you couldn't go nowhere. You didn't have your daily routines of, well, I might not see it on the internet. I might not do this. Your daily routines would have kept you would have missed that again, and it would have been not even the verdict probably of what they had recently. So in a way, the COVID shutdown helped people's eyes open to what happens a lot in the African American and brown communities when they see stuff of this nature. But the masses wouldn't have got to see this. It would have been a pass through to get to see these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely unfortunate for him. And I knew him because he played in Houston a lot. He was from Houston. We played a couple in this place called Lutheran North High School when there was two gyms where a lot of guys come play at. He played there with Steven Jackson and all them. We know them from
Oh yeah,
Beaumont.
him and Steven Jackson
Know them.
very best friends because they looked alike.
Yeah. So they came to the gym all the time. We know, I know Steve. We know. So it was. At first, I said, "Wait a minute, is that? Man, that is him." So it was in that regard. But again, it's sometimes again the no's or the stops or the things that you think is really bad at that point turned out to be very good. And I hope that they keep it, because now the awakening, people say the eyes open. The masses of the eyes get this open to see what actually goes on. And this is just not happening in 2020. This happened in 1847. I mean, that's why, so and I got family that are cops, and I got friends that are cops. They're all good people, great people. Everything has somebody. Every situation, every business, everything has some bad people in it. Churches has some bad people. It don't mean everybody's bad. Doesn't mean everybody's not out there to protect you, and to do those things. So I don't want to be that it's it's all cops. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just a few. And but again, if the COVID wouldn't have happened, and people wouldn't have been at home, this probably would have been another situation that would have been missed by the masses or overlooked a severity of what's really goes on out there. So in that regard, it was good to have that.
Nice breakdown. See, there you go with these gems. There you go. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's bring it back to bringing it back to basketball. How does it feel being a rookie team in one of the most anticipated seasons thus far in the WABA? Like,
repeat that one more time.
How does it feel being one of the rookie teams in what seems to be the most anticipated season in the WABA?
Well, it's always good to be a rookie. It's always good to be a beginning of something, because you don't have any bad habits yet. We're here to be able to lift up a league and be able to bring in entertainment in a time that we didn't have as much entertainment. We've been, like we just talked about, it's been almost a year or so that we've been having, a lot of in-person entertainment. So to be a rookie in this is very exciting. I mean, when you first get into the league or you first, start playing, it's excitement. So for us, for me, it's nothing but excitement. It's nothing. I mean, we don't have nothing to prove. We don't have anything to prove.
You're right.
We're just here to enjoy the season, And then next year, you ask me the same question, then it might be a different story.
Okay. I got you. Because trust me, this ain't gonna be your first or last I mean, this is your first, but it's not gonna be your last interview on this platform. So I can't wait
when I'm in for a long time, baby. I stayed there for a long time.
To see the growth and the process. So yeah. The WABA, because I see you are a very big supporter of women basketball. The WABA have a slogan, and it says, "It's our time." So when you hear those three words, what comes to your mind?
Tennessee Conductors Championship. First thing, it's our time.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's first. You ask me, hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth always. But in the slogan for the league, it's our time for these young ladies. As some of them been overlooked, some of them haven't had the opportunity to play on certain platforms. Some of them went to some smaller colleges that were very, very good, and again wasn't able to do or show the talents on a national level, on different levels, that be able to get picked up on a different platform. So it's your time to take advantage of it. So when players hear it, it's like, it's your time. It's it's saying our time, but it's your time. It's your time to make ours. So whatever you make out of this, it's on you. So take advantage of this opportunity Get
So
into this
Monica
game.
Renee said, yeah, she said, all right, Tennessee Conductors. Yes.
So, but basically, you just want to get into what you're doing and making sure that you take advantage of everything. Again, we've been talking about it basically the whole time. Life is short.
Oh,
This
yeah.
might be your opportunity, and don't pass it up
And this is
because
the league of opportunity. This is the league
yeah,
of opportunity between your chance of playing in the WNBA or signing a contract to go play overseas. I mean, it's here. So it really is these ladies' time to shine.
yeah,
So
that's it. Don't let it go. Don't let it slip past you.
right, right. And you have literally been saying that. So yeah, you right though. Um, so speaking from a owner's perspective, and like I said, a real big supporter of women's basketball. How important is it to respect them?
Oh, that's just a respect out of that's just a respect in women. Period. I mean, not only just for basketball, but just respecting women. Period. I mean, they're the mother of the
Yes.
world. I mean, if you don't come through those canals, you're not coming into this earth. So, um, just women in general, just the respect, not just as basketball players, just as women. Um, I wouldn't even label that as just respectful basketball players now. It's all about it's just being respectful, you know, that deserves a lot of respect.
And as they should, because they're just as talented, and making all these plays and winning these games. Like you said, they're dunking now, and these high percentage 3-point shooters. So you know these great centers
And I
blocking
mean,
shots.
they're doing everything. They're doing everything,
Exactly.
and
So
and,
that
and
that
then
game is just as good.
and then a lot of them are not only doing that, but once they get off the court, they're taking care taking care of kids and, and doing everything else. So it's so
Right. And
much.
you see the coach for Arizona, she in the final four
Yeah.
playing the game. Halftime, she back there breastfeeding her baby and come right back out and start coaching that game. So
Hey, I mean, so what is not respectful for that? It's nothing else but respect for that.
well, you could I mean, we can ask that question, but a lot of people still kind of, hesitating to, give it. But eventually, I'm pretty sure they'll come around. They'll come
Oh yeah.
around because women in sports period, women in sports period is here to stay. So hey, they don't
Hey,
have no
it
choice
hasn't
but
gone.
to respect it. We're not going anywhere. Oh yeah. So now let's fast forward and let's envision this.
Okay.
It's game one for the Tennessee Conductors. It's about to be tip off. What is one word that comes to your mind when you think about your starting five on that floor?
Talented.
All right. Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Hey, that's it's simple. It's straight to the point. Talented.
Straight to the point. If it's just one word I'd see looking at them, it'd be talented.
Okay. Okay. I like that. And last but not least, I love to have this as the last question. I love to put everybody in the hot seat. So coming into this league, you have to study your opponents. Who are you calling out? Who are you looking forward to playing? Come on, everybody got their call outs. So who you calling out? Come on, Showtime.
You know what? Honestly, all my playing days and coaching times, and this is what I always tell my teams. I always tell them, you only can do what you can do. It's no matter what anybody else do or how much you study, but you only can still do what you can do. So I don't really have anybody I can call out to say, watch out for us or do that, because we only gonna do what we're gonna do anyway, and that's win. So, you know, DJ Khaled said that, didn't he say? All do we win. Then he said, Showtime.
Look, she said,
You heard the song, right?
look, say Monica said she looking forward to playing everybody. That's right. That's right. He didn't answer it. You answered it for him. Okay.
So no, I have a big thing. We have a loving relationship with, especially the group that came from the other league and stuff to come here. And, the Georgia Soul is, I get on her all the time, Miss Wright, Coach Wright, or CEO Wright, however she want to go today, Sister Girl Wright, however she want to do it.
Well, you better put some respect on her name, because, honey, she's still serving the country. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a CEO. She's
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
Oh, I hope she watching.
I hope she watching. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I told her to take that trophy picture she had off, because it ain't going to be long. So all of them, that's all my South Carolina group, my Richmond group, all my people down there, all them groups, all them teams, we're good friends. So I can joke with them. It's going to be great. And
oh yeah,
it's just a great feeling to just enjoy great basketball, enjoy friends and new friends that we're going to come out of this. And just make it a great league and be able to help these young ladies go to different levels or satisfy their desires that they had in them to play this great game of basketball. And, when it comes down to it, it's just being able, thank God that we're able to be a part of that next generation that's coming up too, with all the great talent that they have.
Oh, Atlanta Angel said, great interview. Can't wait to meet you. So great. Oh yeah, he said he's coming. Actually, MJ, he said he's coming a day early. So he's coming early.
Early. You gotta make that early long.
Early. So
early one Friday morning.
Man, I love it. You know what? Even though we're talking to each other right here, I can't wait to meet everybody either. I'm already here in Atlanta, so I'm really looking forward to that weekend. And
so you got the cookout at your house?
At my house? No, we're gonna have it at that nice hotel where it's
you can't have no real cookout. You can't have no grill like this.
My house is small. It's only me, so everybody can't fit. You know what? We're gonna pick somebody's house. We all gonna meet up at. Because I don't think you need. It's a lot of people here in Atlanta, so
All think you need is a grill.
Yep, that's it. And everybody bring something and throw it on there. So
I can't bring that from Tennessee. I had to put some money in it, but
okay.
Dang,
look, go to the store when you get here.
Yes, let's do it. I'll be there early.
Early, okay? You're gonna be here early. Well, you know what, Mr. Showtime, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this interview. You really dropped some gems. You gave us knowledge. Thank you for just letting us into your world, telling us about your new team and how you support women's basketball and how you looking forward to the season like everyone else. Before you go, I do ask my guests to leave us with something positive to carry through the rest of this day. So whether it's one word or whether it's a word, if you know what I'm saying. So,
right. So, well, really, it's just the best thing I think I can say that was just on my heart today is to enjoy life. Enjoy
Amen.
life and put some enjoyment in someone else's life. Um,
Amen.
that is it.
Amen. That's, you know what? Short, simple, straight to the point.
That's it.
And that's what everybody needs to do. Like if you wake up to see another day, you should enjoy life because
Yes.
there was a lot that whose eyes didn't open. So
Right.
be grateful.
Be grateful and put some great, if you can share that love or share that happiness, share it. I mean, what's so hard with making somebody smile or making somebody just enjoy that moment? You should be when you come through, they should know that. Oh, I'm about to. I got a lift in my body. I got smile. I
Hmm.
know this person's going to bring that to
They
me,
should
and
see God in
you
you.
should be trying to bring that back to them. If everybody's trying to bring happiness to somebody, the day will go so much smoother and easier.
It really would. It really would. Because you never know. That's how you got to be.
Yeah,
That's why you have to be careful how you treat people. You never know what anybody is going through. So,
right. Definitely.
well, thank you so much for that.
No, thank you.
Again, I really enjoyed it. I look forward to having you back. Once you get your players in line, please, please, please shoot their information over to me.
Yeah.
I would love to interview some of your ladies,
No, for
or
sure.
even someone on your coaching staff. And I look forward to meeting you in what, 2 weeks?
And too
So
early Friday morning.
early. I'm looking forward to meeting you early in 2 weeks. So
Early.
all right. Well, you have a good one on this
You also.
motivational Monday, and may the rest of your week be blessed and
Yes.
productive and prosperous.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for
All
everything. It's
right.
a great interview.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys, there you have it. That was Mr. Paul Showtime Garnett of the formerly of the Harlem Globetrotters. He is now the proud owner of the Tennessee Conductors here in the WABA. Thank you all for tuning in to another great conversation. Please stay tuned for the next guest that's coming up. Please follow the WABA here at Women's ABA. Follow me here at She Knows Her Sports. And again, I would like to announce those of you who would like to be a team owner. Right now, league expansion is closed, but please be sure to reach out to them before the beginning of next season. I do believe this season begins in July and it may end around October, November. So by the top of next year, I suggest that you reach out to the Women's ABA and let them know that you would like to become a women's team owner in your town to bring another successful team to the league. If you have a sports brand that you would like to get out here on the market and would like to find a league to partner with, I highly recommend the WABA. If you have a small business in one of the cities that hosts a team, reach out, become a partner, get your logo on their jerseys. That's great marketing. If you are a journalists like myself, reach out, become a partner. You can conduct these interviews and get to know these great coaches and these great players and these great team owners, the great CEO Marsha Blunt herself. So please, please, please visit www.womensaba.com. Like them on Twitter at Women's ABA. Like both of our pages on Facebook. Facebook is the Women's American Basketball Association. And my page on Facebook is She Knows Her Sports with Helen Bohanna. Other than that, thank you again for tuning in. If you have to go out, continue to please be careful. All those states are opening back up. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to social distance. Continue to wash your hands. Be blessed, and I wish everyone a productive week. Stay tuned for another WABA IG Live conversation. I am your lovely host, Helen Bohanna, with She Knows Her Sports.